Welcome back to Wreckfest. I know it's been a while. These holidays took its toll. We couldn't really keep up with content, but we're back with Wreckfest today. A brand new week, now these holidays are over. Today we're looking at the World Masters Championship and the race Lords of Chaos. This is in fact 6 races. We've got 3 cars eligible. We're going to hopefully do 2 races per car. That's the hope and the plan. 600 points up for grab. That will do well to get towards the championship. But can we do it? Can we do this without messing up? Can we have a completely clear run with no did not finishes? Let's see. So we're going to start with race number 1, Big Valley Speedway, figure of 8 circuit. We have a track record set by the Rammer RS of 24.637. We've got an A-class record set by the Rocket at 26.638. And we're going to use the Roadslayer A-class 235 for this race. Aiming to try and set probably a new A-class record and hopefully get a bit closer to the track record, but we'll see what happens. Roadslayer is one of the cars we've used quite a bit, so hopefully. We get away in 13th position and we've got 12 laps now to do. Ovals are pretty simple things to drive. Try and stay either to the outside or the inside. Although this one has a bit of a weird one because there's a crossover point in the middle, and that's what makes this one a little bit more dodgy to kind of drive. Full ovals I really enjoy. This one is more of a figure of 8, which of course it's figure 8. I said it was. I'm getting confused with other races, don't worry. Anyway, figure of 8, not oval. But again, the difficulty with this race is that crossover point. It can be so easy to go wrong, or even minding your own business, another car comes as a back marker and just takes you out as you cross over. So we've got to be careful now, but we are on lap number 2 as we overtake and temporarily get into the lead. We're now being smashed a little bit about, and this is where we're going to cause some issues. We need to turn around, but we're taking damage left, right and centre, and this is not good for us here. We've managed to keep all our wheels somehow, but damage is not good. We've got some damaged wheels, damaged everything near enough, apart from the gearbox. Gearbox seems to be in one piece. But we're down in 13th position on lap number 3 now. We're going to try and make up these positions. We were in first place temporarily as well. Just one mistake, overdid it on the corner, too much acceleration, spun us round, and that was that. So then we're going to try and make our way through the pack, hopefully gain some more positions. We want some points on this race. We want to start off on a good foot. I was hoping for first, but I'm not too sure at this point whether that's going to happen. Start of lap number 4, we set a personal best lap in the last one, and we're trying to make our way through, but once you're in the pack it becomes so difficult to get away from other cars and you get hit left, right and centre. We're already critical damage, so we've got to be very careful what damage we take from now on, which is going to cause us some issues if we're not careful. Even a little side swipe could do us and put us out of the race. Got caught there by another car. Again, that wasn't even our fault. Car rejoining caught us there and did some more damage. Lap number 5 now, and we're just surviving. We're in 4th position. I'm not sure how we've got so high in the positions, but we're 4th position. We've just got to survive. And I don't know, we've got a long way to go still for us to be able to survive this with very low health. Gearbox is now finally damaged as well, just to add in. We're chasing the cars ahead. The top 3 cars ahead of us are right in front. We can see them here as we go up the back of one of them. As we start lap number 6, near the halfway point of the race, we are in 2nd position as it stands, fighting for first. Not really where we want to be. We don't want to be fighting for anything as far as I'm concerned. We just want to try and be out on our own, avoiding being hit. But we kind of get tangled up there with 2nd place, and that's another hit by 5th place. We are very, very low now in terms of health. We're in trouble. If something hits us, we're in big trouble. Oh, couldn't stop. No! Couldn't stop ourselves hitting the car ahead as it just come to a complete standstill, and that made the car behind us hit us as well, and that's a did not finish. We do set a new A-class record of 25.155, so that now succeeds the Rocket's time, but still, that didn't quite go the way we wanted it to. Race number 2, we're going to make up for the non-finish in the first race. Hilltop Stadium, oval this time. I knew there was an oval in my head. Track record set by the Boomer RS 21.050. A-class record set by the Rocket 22.439. And we're going to use the Rocket A-class 271. We're going to hopefully beat our own A-class record and get closer to this track record of the Boomer RS. That's the plan. The Rocket, very good vehicle to use on ovals. We've used it before, hence the A-class record here. But we need a finish. We need to do better than we did in the last race. Yes, we set a new A-class record. but that wasn't enough for us. We need a win. So we're down into 15th places. We get a bit tangled up here straight away at the start. We're taking damage left, right and centre. Not the start we wanted. But we managed to get away some damage, but we're okay. Ovals, as I started saying in the last race, because I got the races mixed up, ovals are pretty simple ones to drive. You either stick to the inside or the outside. Generally slipstream does help, but in Wreckfest it doesn't really matter. We just got to pick your line and stick to it. The hardest part is other cars and debris as you get later on into the 12 laps. But so far so good. 7th position so far. More damage than I would have liked, but we know we can get past a lot of these cars. We are faster than the majority of these cars, I would say, with the rocket, because the rocket goes like a rocket. 6th position as it stands. It was coming up on 5th position and take them easily. Set our fastest lap on the previous lap, and now we're away on lap number 3, trying to navigate these cars as safely as possible, taking as minimum amount of damage as we can. 5th position now as we get overtaken on the outside. Looking at the inside, this is our kind of position to be in. We retake 4th position now. There's a car challenging from behind. 3rd position, and he spins us out. All that work, and we got spun out by the car behind us there. He just touched the back end of us, and that was it. We were spun out. So now we're going to retake all these positions that we've just taken. We're 13th of 24 as it stands, although I guarantee there's not 24 cars still moving. Lap number 4. Yeah, that was annoying. We were doing really well as well. Okay, got up the inside. We've already taken some positions back, up to 9th position already. And some of these cars that have crashed out, we're going to take their positions just by passing them. 8th position now. We crossed the line for lap number 5. We set a personal best lap in the previous one. 8th position, but several cars ahead. We should be able to take these quite simply on the inside if we've got the speed. Because of the damage, I'm not too sure how our speed is going to be affected, to be fair. We were taking the straights on the oval around the 90-91 miles an hour. So we'll have to see how that's affected us. Already up to 5th position though. We're still hitting that kind of speed, to be fair. Just looking at the speedometer just then, we are hitting that kind of speed. Oh, that's some big damage. Got caught up with the car ahead and hit a stationary car as well. That wasn't good. We've got to be very careful now of damage. We could end this race, or another did not finish if we're not careful here. But we're in 5th position of 24, lap number 6, or about to start lap number 7. And we are now up to 4th. The car next to us did crash into a stationary car. We kind of made that happen ourselves. Critical damage now after catching the back end of the car ahead of us there. And we're in a position where we're going to be so careful. 5 laps to go. We're in 2nd position. Yes, 2nd is good. But it takes one mistake now and we're out of the race. We're going to be so careful. If we hit any stationary car, that's us done, I think. Lap number 8 we start. And we have gone around in the 1st position. The car that was spinning around there in circles, that must have been 1st place. We've now got 1st position on the track. 4 laps to go, but very bad critical damage. We've got to be very careful. Can we hold this out and bring this home? That's the question. 3 laps to go as we start lap number 9 now, and 3 laps to bring this home. There's still more cars than I expected still moving, to be fair. If you look at top left, normally you get to a point where, there we go, 4th position did not finish. There's ourselves and 2 other cars on track, which is fine. We've just got to avoid them at all costs. We've got a decent gap to the car behind, to be fair. Our biggest issue is debris and being aware of where it is, because although it's stopped, if the other cars hit it, it will move. So where we think it was on the last lap may not be there on the next lap because the others have hit it. So we've got to be very, very observant of what's coming up around the corners, especially on the corners themselves, because if you go too close to the inside, it becomes a bit blind and you can't see what's coming around it. But we're in a good position here as we start the penultimate lap, lap number 11. 1st position still for us, and we are flying, absolutely flying at this point. Just going to keep being careful. There's only us and one other car left in the race as well now, so this is in the bag unless he severely messes up, but it's possible. But 1st position out of 24, 2 cars racing still, including ourselves, and we're going to start the final lap right now. Let's do this. Let's bring this home in 1st position. Our 1st win of this 6 race series, especially after they did not finish in the 1st race. This would be a very good comeback and some decent points on the board as well. Round the last bend of the oval, avoiding all the cars. Oh, that was close. Nearly messed it up. But we're going to cross the line in first position and win the first race of this 6-race series. First position and a time of 23.336. Not enough to beat our A-class record or the track record, but a win nonetheless. We move on now to race number 3, Big Valley Speedway in an oval. This has a track and A-class record set by the Roadslayer of 16.803. That's a pretty quick time, so this will be interesting to see what we can do. Rammer RS A-class 279 rated is our vehicle of choice for this one. And then that way we've used all the vehicles, all the 3 that are eligible for this series once at least after this one. So halfway point. We have 1 did not finish and 1 win so far. Can I make it 2 wins? Hopefully. Inner oval, so again, pretty simple race. You don't need to worry about corners, it's just bends. Stay out of trouble, either go high or go low, and hopefully we can bring this home. These are going to be very fast laps, knowing that the track record is 16.8. That's some fast laps. But off we go in 13th position. We've got to try and stick to the inside here where possible and just try and avoid taking too much damage would be the aim. But we kind of go to the outside as we kind of drift out there from the inside, taking some damage, but we're alright and we're into 4th position as it stands. I think we got away with it there. We really got away with it. No real damage, no real effects. So now we just need to keep moving forward. We've got 3 cars on our outside there, and before you know it, we're already in the lead. Lap number 2, we're in the lead. First position of 24. This could be a very short race for us the way it's going. And yeah, we're going to start the lap number 3, and we're flying, absolutely flying. Set the best lap in our previous, and we are in first position. It's just one of those things. I don't know how that happened so quickly. But we're having some issues in terms of turning. You see we're riding the barrier here, and then get caught up on a little bit that sticks out, and then getting hit from behind. We're going to take some damage now. This is going to be a bit dodgy. We need to turn around without being hit. Ideally, we got around eventually. Just kind of took the corner, or the bend I should say, and just kind of went too far to the edge. Got caught on the barrier and couldn't get ourselves off it. So in the end we ended up barrier riding. And yeah, there's some tyres that stick out of the barrier, which is what we hit. It got us off the barrier at least. We were no longer stuck to the barrier, but obviously it causes other issues. We are now in big trouble. Lap number 5, we've got critical damage, and we're in 8th position as it stands. I'm not worried about the win, but I would like the finish at the very least. And 5 laps out of 12 done. I don't know. This might be a bit close to see if we can finish this one without getting. I did not finish. Lap number 6, halfway point, and no. That car coming across there really messed us up. Caused us to go into a stationary car as well. We're extremely low on health now. One mistake, one touch, it's game over. This has not got what I wanted it to. I was hoping to follow up the win with another win, or at least a nice place finish. Lap number 7, we're in 7th position as it stands, and this is now a race for our life. Just trying to hold on, trying not to take any damage. Like I say, the hardest part is stationary cars, but also cars that are spinning out and rejoining, because there's no kind of rejoin policy when it comes to cars coming back onto the racing line. So we've got to be careful here. 2 cars ahead of us. We're going to take one of them up to 6th position. No. Just went too far to the outside. And yeah, did not finish for us. That is a time of 17.726. So not enough for the A-class or track record. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Race number 4. Hilltop Stadium, figure of 8. We have a track record of 31.840 set by the Dominator. There is no A-class record. So the Ram RS will set our A-class record no matter what happens. Now, it's another figure of 8. We've had this before. We're still in the Ram RS on the previous race, mainly because it just makes sense not to change. This is its 2nd race and final race of this series, to be fair. And yeah, I'm annoyed at the last race. Can we do better this time? The problem is, this is a figure of 8. This is a crossover point. That crossover point means you're minding your own business and you get slammed by a car coming the other way. There's not much you can do about it. But we're going to try and do our best here. Try and play our own race and see what happens. We started off in 13th and we're already up to 9th as we try and navigate some of these cluster of cars without taking too much damage if we can, up the inside. And we're flying here up to 4th position now after inside overtake. And we're taking a bit of damage, a couple of bumps and shoves, but not too bad. Overdoing the corner there and straight into the barrier. We're already in big trouble because of that damage. 8th position as it stands. Just overcooked the corner. Didn't brake enough. Didn't kind of look at where the corner was. The thing is, although it's a figure of 8, the corners aren't themselves round or circular as such. There is kind of like a crookedness to them. And yeah, it just messes up massively. We've got to be very careful of any kind of taps, touches like that one to the wall as we miss the corner up. Brakes aren't working correctly. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, it's the damage that are causing it. I just can't seem to control the car very well at this point. And out, there's no way of getting through that. Was the two cars bumper to bumper across the track? I was never avoiding that. We're now at critical damage on lap number 3 of 12. 6th position. We've got to avoid every kind of contact. That one didn't really help as we took some damage again. This has not gone well. I so wanted to continue our winning streak before this and the last race, and it's not working. It's just not working. Okay, we're still going though. That's the important one. We've lost the wheel on the front right by the looks of things, but we are still going. We're one hit away from being out, admittedly. As long as we don't cause that, then I'm okay. You know, if another car hits us out of nowhere, that's on them. It's not our fault. That way, it's not my fault. We lost, but we didn't. Just couldn't stop into the corner. Did not finish. We do set a time of 36.145, which is a brand new A-class record, as there wasn't one set previously. But yeah, that didn't go the way we wanted it to either, did it? So the next one we're looking at is Big Valley Speedway Outer Oval Loop. We have a track record of 54.130 from the Roadslayer and an A-class record of 1 minute 22.706 by the Rocket. That 1 minute 22 is poor compared to the Roadslayer. But the Rocket has got a chance to redeem itself for such a poor A-class time, and that is by taking part in this race itself. Big Valley Speedway Outer Oval Loop. Now, the downside to this race is obviously the coming back on each other when you've got cars coming towards you and you're going in the opposite direction, because it's that kind of track. I don't mind this, but this can become very, very difficult very quickly, especially on extreme difficulty and realistic damage, because it's so easy to get hit going the other way. And we're getting hit without even going the other way as we take the first kind of loop. And everyone is hitting us left, right, and centre. We haven't taken a massive amount of damage though. There is a little bit of armour on the Rocket, and I think that's helping. I think we do need probably to armour the cars a little bit more after all these did not finishes. I do think more armour might be a better solution, I think. Just because we're getting too many did not finishes, to be fair. But we are away, 10th position as it stands. And we've got to watch out for any cars coming towards us now. That's the big thing we've got to be careful of. I'm hoping we can at least set a new time for the Rocket. Obviously, the Rocket's lap time for A-class isn't brilliant. So under a minute would be nice. Closer to a track record. A finish would be nice. Not necessarily first position, but a finish. But we've just got to stay away from the cars as much as we can here. 5th position now gained as we start lap number 2 on the outside of the cluster 3 there. And we get a bit of a tap from behind. We hit another car as well into the barrier. That's not the ideal place for us to be. I think it's near enough over. I think we've lost that. Have we lost that wheel? We have lost that wheel. Yeah. There we go. It was only a matter of time before we was wrecked, to be fair. Did not finish out of 24. We do set a new A-class record of 1 minute 08.880. Just not enough. Not good enough. Just not good enough. Now the final race of Lords of Chaos, Big Valley Speedway, Outer Oval. A proper oval this time. We are in the Roadslayer. This has also got a track and A-class record set by the Roadslayer itself of 21.060. So Roadslayer looking to better its own track and A-class records. Final race of Lords of Chaos, and I will say it's been chaos. We've got one win out of the 5 races we've done so far, Hopefully we can get a final win on the final race from the Roadslayer itself. But yeah, it's definitely not gone well. I was hoping it would go better than it has done. And yeah, maybe we need to armour the cars more. We kind of stripped the cars back so we can be as quick as possible, but actually maybe that's a mistake and we need to armour up a little bit more just to avoid some of this damage, and that way we should be able to finish a few more races. Because I guarantee we're going to come back and redo this one in the future. But we're away in the Roadslayer on this oval, already in the first position, and we're flying. We really are. Overtaken on the outside there, so we go down to number 2, but we're back up into first position as we stick to the inside, and this will be our tactic the majority of the race. Try and stick to the inside on the ovals themselves. We're taken from the go outside to inside. I can't get the car to turn. For some reason there, I could not turn the car, and that's us flipped over and all sorts there. I'm not moving because we're going to take more damage if we try and move, as we just did, as we try and rejoin. For some reason I couldn't turn, so I couldn't take the corner. That meant we then got messed up onto the barrier on the outside. I was trying to stay at the inside. I was thinking that was the best strategy. Try and play it safe. Stick to the inside. No one comes near us. We're going to stay on the racing line, which is the outside. Yes, it will slow a lapse, but I thought over time we could just make up for that slower lapse because we'd be out of trouble. But for some reason I just couldn't turn. It would not turn left. I don't know if it's a controller issue or game issue or what. I'm still having the issue now. Can't turn left correctly. And I don't know why. I've not had this whole race series, but suddenly left isn't perfect. I don't know. I don't know if it's a car issue or what. Again, can't turn left. We seem to go straight on when I want to turn left. I don't quite understand what it is. We're in 21st place of 24, lap number 4. Have we lost? I think we lost the wheel. It seemed like we had. Losing a left tyre isn't too bad on a left-hand circuit, like an oval, because you can still go. You are going to be slower though. Lap number 5. We just got caught up again. This race is done for me. I can't see us finishing it the way it's going. We have got a tyre missing on the right hand side. I prefer to be left hand side. Left hand side to make this a little bit easier. To be fair, taking corners isn't as easy this way. Whereas left hand, if it had been a left hand wheel, would have been a lot easier. Lap number 6, halfway through, and again I'm just having issues turning left. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem to be the controller, because I can turn left at times. So we just kind of drift out. I don't quite understand it. Okay, yeah, there we go. At last we're wrecked. I didn't want to quit. I was close to it. We set a lap time of 24.646, nowhere near the track and A-class records. And there we go. That is Lords of Chaos finished in the way it started, which is if I did not finish. I'm not sure what was going on there with turning left, but it is what it is. Let's see what we gained from doing so. What was our final position? Ninth place of 24. Bonus targets 1 of 12. That's not very good. And we gained 186 points out of the possible 600. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. But I want to finish today's episode with something a bit more cheery. Let's have a look at another race to finish us off. Big Rig Racing. Espedalen Raceway main circuit. This is a track and A-class record set of 1 minute 5.458 by the A-class Rama RS, and we're in the Big Rig, A-class 301 rated. This is a simple race. We have to win. That's all it is, and I think this will bring us in. Finish the episode really nicely. We can get a win here. Espedalen Raceway is a bit of a weird track. Lot less wheels, more open space. Walls, more open space, but everyone is in big rigs, and the whole point of this, to gain any points, finish first. That's it. Haven't really messed with the truck too much, haven't done really anything to it. I think we changed the colour, that was it. So I'm hoping, as bog standard, we've got a chance here. Already up to 4th position. Controlling these things in the corners is not fun. They slide around like anything, as you can see, trying to control it, but they're so difficult. And it's not just me. You can see the AI crashing off in the corners as well. I just don't like the corners very much. Down in the 6th position of 12, and we're okay. You know, 1st position, we can still gain it. It's not too far away. Just got to try and get a handle on how this thing works. We haven't really driven a big rig. I think we've driven one previously, and that's it. And that may have even been one of those smash everyone kind of tournaments. We kind of skipped quite a bit of the circuit as we try and rejoin after going wrong. It's still saying we're going the wrong way. This could be a problem. Is it going to let us go? Still saying we've gone the wrong way. It's because we skipped a massive chunk of the circuit. And we skipped. There we go. I wondered when it was going to reset us. We didn't mean to skip a massive part of the circuit. We just kind of got caught out. And I think it's over. I'm done. We're miles away from everyone else. Yeah. Can we get ourselves out? I don't think we can do enough damage to ourselves, to be fair. I was hoping to finish the episode on a really high note. You know, a nice little win under a belt. It's not happened. And now, I can't even smash the big rig up that much, to be fair. It doesn't seem to want to do it. Yeah, this is going to be a different challenge. Trying to adjust to how these drive. Probably slow it down a bit. Be a bit more aware of the track. There's a few things we need to change when we come back and redo this. And we'll come back and redo this race because it's still a 0 race after we finish. I guarantee it. We won't get any points on this. I think we're done. I'm not going to... There's no point trying to take myself out. There's no one around us. We've lost a wheel as well. I think we're done. So for the first time, I'm actually going to quit a race. I don't like quitting races. I'd rather finish, but we were done there. There was nothing we could do. So we did not finish. We finished 12 for 12. We won't get any points or anything else. Nothing else will come up. Next episode, we're going to give this another go. Big Rig will be back in the next episode to give this one another go. But we're done for today. Didn't quite go the way we wanted to with Lords of Chaos. Lords of Chaos lived up to its name, by the way. Didn't quite go the way we wanted it to, but we got some points out of it. But that is it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time for more Wreckfest.